Today we're looking at creating a Kanban board, or commonly referred to amongst groups as a Trello board, or could even be a spreadsheet. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like or subscribe button to pay the class fee. So we've got our task list that we created in our first, and now we're ready to break this down into smaller components. Frequently this will be given to departments that are working on specific things. So here I'm working with the hard surface modeling, and I'm going to create a basic Kanban. A Kanban board usually has at least 3 areas, potentially 4 or more. We're going to start with the things to do. Then we're going to add the in progress and the completed or done list. You might also include a blocked or things that are on hold for some reason. Now I can simply start adding cards to each of the Kanban lists and make sure that I've got a complete list of all the hard surface models that need to be created. We would probably also go ahead and create a similar list for the texturing group to create textures, animations, level design, all of that needs to be done. Now, this is where we can get into the fine granularity of the project and to make sure that we've got it. I like to use Trello. It's free for educational use or even personal use up to a certain. People also like to use spreadsheets, especially if you're getting into very large projects. Though there is something very satisfying about being able to create the cards for each of the projects, and then as people complete it, they can drag it from the in progress to the done project. That's a very satisfying feeling. They feel that sense of accomplishment. Plus, you can share it with your group so that everybody can actively see what needs to be done as a part of the project. So once we've got a card created, we can go into the card and we can begin to edit it. In this case, I'm working on the chair. I can add labels to this to help clarify exactly what this belongs to. It might be to a scene, it might be to a specific group or something like that. I can also use the members function to assign it to a specific person so they know that this is their project to complete, and when they've completed it from the in progress, or when they start the project, they can move it from the do to the in progress, and then when they complete it, move it from in progress to the done, which makes it, again, very satisfying. One of the reasons why Trello is very popular with this is that in the description we can get very detailed as to what needs to be created. We can also include images that are inspiration pieces or things that we're shooting for the look and feel of the scene. And that will help the artist who's creating the specific part of that be a little bit more accurate with it. In our next episode, we're going to jump into using Gantt charts to help keep our project organized. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to address those. Have a great day.